Hello, this is Pastor Hawkins. I'm doubling up this weekend with the video blog because I want to just convey some things that are near and dear to my heart, but also some things that might come across a little bit coarse. So I'm going to just tell you, buckle your seatbelts. And this is for pastors and for my fellow colleagues in the ministry. You know, there's an ugly disease worse than Ebola going through the body of Jesus Christ. And it has been present for quite some time. And no matter how much we preach on the benevolence and the generosity and the gratuitous nature of God, we still seem to be negatively affected by this or diseased by this particular issue. And my brothers and sisters, to stop you from guessing, I'm not dealing with a virtue here, I'm dealing with a vice. And that is the issue of jealousy. Yeah. Jealousy. Jealousy is when you covet another person's stuff. You know, I hear young ministers, I hear pastors, I hear old ministers, I hear old pastors say the same thing. When you get them behind closed doors, it's this, well, who does he think he is? I wish I had this. I wish I had that building. Give me that choir. Give me that musician. I want that color carpet. I want that kind of pulpit. And who does he think he is? I want to wear nice outfits like him, nice suits, nice bow ties, nice jeans, nice shoes. And you know what? My brothers and sisters in the ministry, stop it. Jealousy is an ugly disease that turns the body against the body. I have discovered, because I suffered from jealousy at one time in my ministry, where I was looking across the street, mad at God, mad at the people of God. Why would God give them that and not me that? Why would God bestow him with such wonderful facilities or such a wonderful setup? But I got to struggle. God, why did you have to make me go through 10 years of hazing? Yet you blessed this guy with 2,000 in 1 year. Why, God? Why, God? And God finally said, I am the Lord your God. Serve me and not people. And I'm telling you all, it revolutionized my whole mindset, because jealousy is ugly. It will stop you from getting your blessing. Cain killed Abel because he was jealous of his sacrifice. And God said, man, if you do right the next time, I will receive your sacrifice. But I want to share this with you. I have discovered that the reason God gives one person something and not another person something is, I have discovered, this is my revelation, that sometimes what I'm asking for, I'm not ready for. That sometimes God is holding stuff back from me because I'm too busy on my agenda than I'm on God's agenda. So when I get my heart right, God blesses me with it. When I humble my heart to the will of God, and to my expandability, because see, some of us are asking for fruit we can't carry. Let's be honest with you. Can you really handle 4,000 people when you are struggling to keep up with 20? Can you really handle 4 different musicians and 4 campuses when you're struggling to pay the bills with 1? You see, we oftentimes have, like my mom used to tell me, my eyes are bigger than my stomach. We put a lot of food on our plate, but we can't finish it. So God, who knows our capacity, he knows what we can handle, gives us what we can handle and manage well. So in order for us to grow past the place we are, let's begin to pray different prayers. Not, Lord, why did you bless him or her with that? But God, expand my foundation so I can be built upon at a greater level. Which means it's going to take more hazing and more difficulties and more trials and more tribulations, because if you have not gone through persecution, you will never appreciate the table that God is about to spread before you. So instead of God giving you a blessing prematurely that will suffocate you, God has to allow you to go hungry for a few days. God has to allow you to know what it feels like to have a church with no music, or to have no help, or to be that pastor that has to clean up, set up, and break down. Yes, I believe in the Jeffrey principle of calling others to help you, but sometimes we go through seasons so God can purge us from our own agendas. This is not something rare. In fact, Paul deals with this in 1 Corinthians, the 1st chapter. He talks about you all are divided. Some of you all are saying I'm of Peter. Some are saying I'm of Apollos. And Paul says, I'm so glad I didn't baptize none of you jokers. But in chapter 3, Paul goes on to say something powerful. I'm going to read it to you. He says, for when one says, I follow Paul, and another, I follow Apollos, are you not being mere human beings? What, after all, is Apollos, and what is Paul? Only servants through whom you came to believe, as the Lord has assigned to each his task. Man, then Paul says something powerful. He says, man, one man plants, another man waters, but God gives the increase, which means we're supposed to work together. So let me just end it by saying this. Finish your task. Quit looking at everyone else's job. Quit being hateful. Quit being bitter. Get off the bed of jealousy and covetousness and say, God, forgive me, because we're on the same team. I'm Pastor David Hawkins, and I'm out. Do your task. I love you.